MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the Colorado Rockies and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
And a moment now to peek at the Rockies start. The next Cub up, King Bishop. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. First pitch on its way. And a breaking ball stays outside. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Martez, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's an 11-year vet at the major league level, so he certainly put together a nice career in professional baseball.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
The count now at 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. He just threw that fastball by him.
This offense has been warned. If they didn't know already, now they do know. He's got his A-game fastball with him today.
Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
And take a good look there as this misses for ball 4, and the Cubs have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Bishop, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. For the Cubs. Digging in for his second at-bat, King Bishop. He drew a walk his first time up. First offering on its way. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
They obviously circled him before the game that they were not going to let him beat them. Walked him this first time up, and now they're nibbling again.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now.
No surprise here that they're working around this big boy. Certainly not going to let this guy tie the game up with something fat out over the heart of the plate.
Here it is on 3-0. There's ball 4.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
Now a move over to first and a dive, but he's back. Here's the first pitch to him. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Skied into straightaway right. Goodrum is there. 2 down. The relay throw, and he'll go ahead and take third on the fly ball to right, so he's 90 feet away now with 2 men gone. Digging in the switch hitter, Hayden Rosado, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Hit to third. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him. And they've come back to tie it up as it's now a 2-2 ball game.
Dan, you were 1 pitch away from getting out of this. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter, and he's able to throw out a ribby knot.
Dero, it's hard to get more frustrated than that as a pitcher. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of a lot of traffic.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, King Bishop. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now this is chopped fouled at home plate. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Rip toward the gap in right. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Up next will be Nick Williams.
The right fielder, number 5, Nick Williams.
Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Goodrum is there. One away.
Get down, down.
The tag, and he is out at third base. It's a double play. Digging in and looking for more, King Bishop. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. A ball and a strike. Outside, 2-1.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
All even now, 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Definitely in a tough situation facing the 3-hitter. You can work around him and maybe walk him to load the bases, but that just sets up the cleanup guy with the bases loaded.
3-2 pitch. And he takes ball 4 again. And they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
Yeah, the pitching coach takes the stroll out to the mound, and with a pitcher this young, you just want to let him know that he's out there for a reason, and to trust what got him here is good enough to get him through this.
Ready for another chance? Nick Williams. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Williams.
1-1. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Tapia ranging back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And the run will score from third to make this a 4-2 game.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with the sac fly.
Now batting.
Ready once again, Caden Rosado, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Swinging
Stand
a
up
ground
right here.
ball to
Stand up.
third.
Pick it up.
And that is through into left field. A base hit onto the third baseman, but it's off the mark. And he is in there.
The pitcher got the result he was looking for. Change up down in the zone, gets him to hit it on the ground, but obviously the result wasn't what he wanted.
Here's Tyler Austin now. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
That's a strike. The throw down is well behind the plate. That's an easy stolen base.
Well, this pitcher's out there just trying to get hitters out, and he's having a hard time doing that. So as a base runner, that's a good time to try to steal some bases. He's probably not as focused on controlling the running game as he should be.
Soft liner towards short, and this will be taken down no problem for the final out of the inning. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. On to the 7th here in game 1. It's the Cubs 5 and the Rockies 2. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Raimel Tapia. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The windup and the 0-1. Lifted the other way to left center. De La Rosa is after it. He's there, but oh, he missed it.
Henry, relay,
Around second. He's on his way to third. The relay, and he'll make it to third safely. So your tying run is 90 feet away with only 1 gone.
Well, I'm not sure they're going to award him a triple or call it a 3-base error, but the result is the same. He's 90 feet away from scoring, and it looks like they are going to give him an error.
Digging in to try it again, King Bishop. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Here comes the first pitch. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. Rodriguez uses a split-finger fastball as one of his weapons of choice in the arsenal. He can really be very deceptive when that pitch is working, and I'd imagine as a hitter it's always in the back of your mind. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down the way or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Oh, this ball is hammered to deep center field. Into the bleachers and gone. So a 3-run blast to left center as they open up an 8-5 lead.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
And that'll bring up Tyler Wade. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Hager stands at first with 1 out. Line drive to center field. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit.
All you can ask as an offense is to try and get that tying run in the batter's box. And they've started out nicely right here. They've got...
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
9-7, the final score in this ball game. The Cubs jump out to a 1-0 series lead. Sergio Batista is credited with the win. So that'll just about do it. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. So long, everybody.
For the Rockies, 7 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 3 minutes. Our paid attendance at Wrigley Field this afternoon, 45,936. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. It's game 2 of the NLDS between the Colorado Rockies and the Chicago Cubs. We've got an excellent matchup on our hands in this one. 2 of the league's craftiest starters go head-to-head next. Blake Snell will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Blake Snell, big power arm. He has yet to put it all together, but I really like this guy. Good fastball with late life.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And a chance now to check out the visiting Colorado Rockies. What's the key for them tonight, D-Ro?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself.
So in now for Chicago, King. Bishop, first cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Pitch on the way. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Ball. 2-1.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
3-1.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
Fouled off. Now the payoff pitch home. Pitch is popped up. Yamamoto is there, and the side is retired. An inning in the books, scoreless on MLB Network. Striding in once again, Hiroyuki Yamamoto. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yamamoto.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he will make it there as the Rockies are in business right away. It's a leadoff double.
That's how quickly things can change.
In now for Colorado, Miguel Sandoval, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. 3-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Moving under it, Bishop. He's got it, and there are two down now.
Hold.
And so with two away now, let's give you another look at our playoff bracket as you see what could lie ahead for the winner in this series. So striding forward now, Marco Hernandez. 2 men on, 2 away here in the fourth. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. High in the air out to center field. Bishop moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 2 left for Colorado. They trail this one 1-0. Into the box now, King Bishop.
Center fielder, King Bishop.
Here's the first pitch to him. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
No strike.
1 run, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Cubbies. A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
No strike.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. The 2-1 home. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Still even at 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. The 2-2 one more time. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. To his right, Hernandez. And that's the second out.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner. That
digging in once again, King Bishop. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he takes ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And this is fouled at the plate. Now the 1-1 pitch. And there's a line drive. Base hit to left field. So that knock keeps the bottom of the 6th inning hot. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Nick Williams. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hard hit at third. Scooped up. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here. No errors. 1 man left on. We'll go to the... So the Rockies lineup turns over, and to the plate, Rodney Miller. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery, and he sends it the other way toward right center. Bishop is in pursuit. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. Rockies strand one. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Striding in for the Rockies, Miguel Sandoval. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Drilled right back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there.
Striding into the box, King. Bishop, he singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. And that one just missed outside. Now the 1-0. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. The 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. It's a swinging bunt up the line.
Run it out, run it out.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Welcome back to MLB Network. Great to have you. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason.
MLB Network comes to you live from the Mile High City and Coors Field. It's Game 3 of the National League Division Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Colorado Rockies. Who will get the better of this compelling matchup? We'll find out next on MLB Network. Ralph Helms will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, when you look up the definition of rock solid for a starting.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. With that, a look at the Cubbies starting lineup. Dero, what's your take on this lineup as they look to lock up the division series?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what.
Now batting, King. Bishop. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Here's the first pitch to him. And it's fouled away. windup and the 0-1. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Down. Stepping into the box, King Bishop. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. And this is taken outside for ball one. Hard hit to first. Backhanded. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. It remains 1-0. And that'll bring up Tyler Wade. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. 1 run, 2 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. Now a flare out to left center. Russell trying to get there. He can't get there as it falls in.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible.
Ready now, King Bishop. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Come on. Up the middle. And that'll get on by into center field for a leadoff single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Ready for another shot now. Nick Williams. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. The 1-2. Back up the middle. And this will be a base hit into center. So the first 2 are aboard here to kick off the 7th. Fortunately for him, though, no error on the bobble, and the runners will hold at first and second now.
Hey, there's a base hit right there. Now they have a couple of runners on with less than 2 outs, but they're down by so much in this game that hopefully maybe they can get something started here in this inning.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. I played the game a long time. I've never seen a big league hitter give an at-bat away. You chip away and fight until that 27th out is made.
Drilled to the right side. On the bag. And that's through into right field for a base hit. He'll come home with it. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Now the 0-1. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Tapia. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit.
Man, this is a spot where you
Stepping into the box, Patrick Hager. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. The 2-2. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Bishop racing back. Still ranging back. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. So it's hits a solo shot to dead center. His third home run of this series as they open it up to 8-3. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the two teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Matty V, this is just one of those days where the ball seems to be flying.
In now, King Bishop. He singled his last time up.
Center fielder, King Bishop.
From the belt, the pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. A swing, and this one is blasted to right field. Nothing's gonna stop it. And gone up into the second deck. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. His second home run of the series, as it's now an 8-5 ball game. Settling in now, Patrick Hager. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
And in that last at bat, it makes you think this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. Hit it right on the screws.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left for Colorado. They're on top by 3, 8-5.
Yeah, they needed him a little bit earlier in this one, but he takes the mound in the 8th and records the final 4 outs. 4-out save. Job well done.
Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through.
On a dry summer night in the Rocky Mountains, MLB Network comes at you live from Coors Field in downtown Denver. It's Game 4 of the National League Division Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Colorado Rockies. 2 great hitters lead their teams to... Walker Buehler will be on the mound for Game 4. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy is fun to watch. How about his last start? He had...
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
You know, I'm looking forward to see what this guy can do in that 5-hole. He's hit 2 home runs so far in this series already, so you know he's feeling really good about himself. You can bet.
So digging in now, King Bishop, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. He's running. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
Well, it's pretty frigid out there, and I don't know the science behind it, but it seems pretty difficult to get the full speed when it's this cold. Hard to say, but maybe that had a little bit to do with that caught stealing.
3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Here's the 3-0. This one's smoked the other way, high and deep to left. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. The 3-1. Check swing ground. Oh, and it's off the first base bag. And they're going to get it out on the play, and that'll be a bizarre ending to the inning, to say the least. Cubs are down quietly. And now the Rockies will go on offense for. Now to the plate, King Bishop. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball that just misses inside.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
The 2-1 is in there for strike number 2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of it depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
Here now the 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Now the payoff pitch home is crushed to straightaway center. No doubt about this one. That ball is gone. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. His 3rd home run of this series. And with it, the Cubs have moved out in front now 4-0.
That was an incredible home run, probably one of the deepest shots you'll ever witness outside of a home run derby. Show Track tells us the projected distance comes in at a whopping 490 feet on the dot. Absolutely amazing.
Into the box, King Bishop comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
0-1, here it comes. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run. And that ends the inning. Cubs strand 1. They lead it 4-0. Now at the plate, Tyler Wade. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Hit back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, wow.
Leading off for the Rockies, left fielder, Alex.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bishop is there, and he has it for the first out. So coming to the plate, King Bishop. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8. Here comes the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. The 2-1 home is taken high above the zone. Nick Williams waits on deck. The 3-1. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Nick Williams. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. 5 runs, 8 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. That's lifted the other way out to left. Smith's on the move. He's there and records the first out. The Humidor certainly doing its job so far as you get a look at our line score for this one. A low-scoring affair, very unlike the first 10 years or so of baseball here in Denver. Digging in, Caden Rosado, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Rosado.
The 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Cubs lead it 5-0. At the plate, Alfonso Cisneros. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
Well, that will bring a smile to a manager's face every single time. First hitter of the inning just squares it up and... Well, my advice to them is to enjoy this moment, celebrate with teammates, and then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS. They've wet their beaks with this postseason success. Now they want some more.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Look at the numbers. This is what you want from your starting pitcher. He gave them 7 strong innings and sets things up perfectly for the bullpen to seal.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. It's Game 1 of the National League Championship Series between the... Lucas Giolito gets the ball for Game 1 of the League Championship Series here at home. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, his last one was good. I'm sure he'd like to pitch a little bit better. Was able to get into the 7th inning. Got a no decision in his last one. He needs to get off to a good start here to try to get him and the team in the win column.
A chance now to give you a look at the Padres starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. He's got over 1,000 RBIs. He's already proved he's a clutch hitter. He knows how to drive in big runs when it counts.
Batting third, center fielder, King Fisher.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Missed with a slider. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the game, I think. Consistent, well-respected, accurate strike zone.
D-Bro, you hit it right there. He makes you bring the ball over the plate. Will give a little bit off the strike zone. I think the one thing that's important that he does, he has the same strike zone in the 1st inning. You'll see that same strike zone in the 9th.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. A fastball down near the shoe tops. The 2-1 will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this 1st inning.
The 3-1, and he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. 1st and 2nd now with 1 away.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Williams.
And he misses with it. Ball 4. So that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Caden Rosado, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. The 3-2 pitch. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Cordoba racing back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. The relay throw, the tag at 3rd, and they got him. A double play, and very quickly here, the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. Alan Cordoba hits next. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at 1st and 2 away. 0-1 count, and the pitch. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Williams is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1 left for San Diego. They're down 1-0. So striding in, King Bishop. He drew a walk his first time up.
King Fisher.
Here comes the first pitch. Fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
The 2-1 home is looked at for ball 3.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Here's the 3-1. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
Up next will be Nick Williams. He drew a base on balls his first time up.
Williams.
Throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now the 2-1. And there he goes towards second. Well, this is speared by the first baseman, and he'll take it to the bag for the out, and there's your unassisted double play. Stepping up to the plate, King Bishop. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball that finds the outside corner.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
And it's quickly 0-2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Missed with a slider.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
The 1-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Yank on the ground down the line. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Another full count offering on its way. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Here it comes on 0-2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
Digging in and looking for more, Caden Rosado. He singled his last time up, and he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away. Digging in to try it again, Tyler Austin, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Now a pickoff play at second, and he just manages to get his hand in. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. His first homer here in the series. And it gives the Cubs a 4-2 lead.
Well, that's what a pitcher gets for not putting what he thought was a bad call in the rearview mirror. I think he was still fuming and didn't get the pitch where he wanted it. The result? A reason to be even more mad.
Digging in once again, King Bishop. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Bishop.
Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
Hey, if I'm on the mound right now and I get a swing and miss like that, I'm bouncing it even further, throwing it even higher. I might pick up the rosin bag and throw that and see if I can get a swing and a miss.
Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Come on, D.
Hit out
Come
towards
on.
second. Fink scoops it up, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. Alan Cordoba hits next. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bishop sprinting after it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Wow, you don't see a closer finish better than that very often. Only needed 4 pitches to slam the door in the face and salt this game away for his guys.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim 1-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
MLB Network's coverage of May. Blake Snell is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Blake Snell, big power arm. He has yet to put it all together, but I really like this guy. Good fastball.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And here's a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations.
The next Cub up, King Bishop, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First delivery to him on the way. very weakly on the ground. Here's the 0-1. Check swing and a quick appeal down to third, but Darryl Parker says he did not go around. It's ball one. Russell, the runner at second with one away. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, D-Row, you better be ready to swing. With Matt Ross behind the dish, big zone.
Yeah, you know coming into this one, you better pull the trigger. If something's close, Matt Ross is going to punch your ticket.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 3-2 pitch. Squared that one up just a little late.
Think he was sitting on that pitch right there? He absolutely smoked that ball. You could tell the grimace on his face that he wanted to keep that one fair.
And that misses ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Williams.
Full count, here it comes.
Stand up,
Grounded
stand up,
back
stand
up
up.
the middle. In time to first, and there are 2 away. So striding in, Caden Rosado, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Now the 2-1 pitch. Smoked on the ground left side. And there's a base hit as that gets through into left. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate.
Good job right there.
Boy, there are big RBIs and big base hits, D-Row, but none more than with 2 outs. A big 2-out knock right there. Not only ties things up, but keeps the inning going as well.
Yeah, just a great approach right there by the batter. You never know when your number's going to be called. You always wanted to pass the baton to the next guy behind you. Take the donut off your back and trust in the teammate behind you. That is a huge knock and keeps the line moving.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Manuel is there. And that retires the side. Only 1 in the inning for the... Striding in once again, King Bishop. He drew a walk his first time up.
King Bishop.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball here too low, and it's 1-0.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
And this is going to find the seam in right center and should get to the ivy for extra bases. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Not every day that you see a ball come off the bat like that one did. And looking at it again on Show Track, we see it a lot faster than it came in. 113 miles an hour. Couldn't have hit that one much better than that.
Ready for another chance? Nick Williams. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Fay is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. So digging in now, Caden Rosado, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. One left for the Cubs, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Ready once again, King. Bishop will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And they'll start him with a fastball that's low for ball 1. 4 runs here in this half inning. A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
Boy, this is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like this. 2-0 count. We'll see right here if he lays one in there to give him a pitch to swing at.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Here now the 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Digging in the switch hitter, King. Bishop. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering, and he fouls this one off. Russell leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now.
Bobby Cox always used to say, I'm going to put you in positions to be successful. Well, against the modern-day bullpen, easier said than done. These guys are throwing flames from all arm angles.
And this is chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Check swing and a quick appeal down to third, but Darryl Parker says he did not go around. It's ball 1. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Nice 2-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Stepping in and ready for another shot. Carlton Fink. He's 1 for 4 for the game. 0-1 pitch on its way. Ground ball up the middle, and it's going to get through into center field for a base hit. Trotting in to score is the runner from third, and that'll push the lead up to 3 here in the 8th.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt.
So a big moment here, and standing in, King. Bishop, but a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
What a well-executed pitch right there. Just a little bit off the corner right there. Got a great hitter to go a little bit outside his zone.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And 2, here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
Ready on 1 and 2. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. The 2-2 fouled off. 7 runs, 11 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance. Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
Plenty of offense here in this one as we give you one final look at the line score. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time.
Live from Petco Park on a beautiful night, this is Major League Baseball on MLB Network. It's game. Gordon Vick gets the ball in game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
You know, Matt, his last one wasn't.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, Dero?
Well, Matty, we know this is a pitcher's park. The numbers bear it out. Look for the managers to play a part in it.
Settling in now, King Bishop. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First things first, here's a throw over. And the runner back in standing. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a breaking ball. From the stretch. High in the air out to center field.
Margot's under it. 2 down.
Next to the plate for the Padres, Manuel Margot, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Williams is under it. 2 gone. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at what's happening in the American League Championship Series, as they've got a good matchup going on over there as well. So in now for Chicago, King Bishop. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one just missed outside.
You know, guys, these hitters have had some great looks at that slider so far, and clearly they're all on the same page. The plan is simple. Lay off that slider and make him bring up something straight in the strike zone.
Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. Now the 2-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Russell, base runner at first with one out. Whoa, right back at him, and it hit him. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. Well, this is certainly something you never want to see. Perhaps the silver lining here, if there is one, is that got him in the non-throwing arm.
Now batting, first baseman, Cody Ellinger.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Bishop on the move. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Ready for another shot now. King. Bishop. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Runs, 6 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. 2-strike pitch is chopped foul at the plate, and will do it again. Now another 0-2. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. Good waste pitch, 1-2.
I can't blame him one bit out on the mound. I'm shocked he didn't pick up the rosin bag and see if he could get a foul ball on that one. He had to see if he would swing way outside the zone.
And it's fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling pitch after pitch, making this guy work out on the mound.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. Ready with another 2-2. And we'll see another pitch here as this ball's chopped foul at home plate. Now another 2-2. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Cordova's under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, King. Bishop. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt. Down 5. Another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
And that misses, ball 1. A ball and a strike. Contreras at third. Fontana on second. Russell at first. 2 out in the inning. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Now the 2-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Hey, this is a huge pitch right here. It would be demoralizing to watch this inning slip away.
5 runs, 10 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. Cubs wind up leaving them loaded as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Now in the box, King. Bishop. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. The 1-0 home. Misses. Ball 2.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in counts where he's likely to be successful.
And a good eye that time to lay off the fastball. It's 3-0. Swing and a miss. 3-1.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
He loses him on ball 4. Up next will be Nick Williams. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. The 2-2. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Fink takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out. Now batting, Caden Rosado. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Caden Rosado.
A bouncer to the left side. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Yeah.
Well,
Great
talk
job
about
right
having
there.
a pretty
Squared up on
special
that
game.
side.
That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Oh,
Ground
beat it out.
ball
Beat it
right
out.
side.
He's up. You're up.
Reined in on to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity. Leading off the inning, Norman Fay, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Right fielder, Norman.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Bishop going back on it at the track, the wall, and off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field. Now at the plate, Carlton Fink.
Second baseman, Carlton Fink.
The 1-1 home. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bishop is there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Nobody.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is that they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit.
And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
And
Live from Petco Park on a beautiful night, this is Major League Baseball on MLB Network. It's Game 4 of the National League Championship Series between the Chicago Cubs and the San Diego Padres. Going to be an interesting. Seth Fields is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
In a day and age where we don't see very many complete games, 6 really good innings in his last start to pick up the win, and I think they'll be happy if he can duplicate that again in this one.
With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Batting third, center fielder, King Fisher.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped him up. Walters over to his right. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Digging in for his second at-bat, King Bishop. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball down near the shoe tops. The 1-1 home. Runners on the move for second. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. His first homer so far in the series, and the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, that's the second home run of the inning, and their lead grows bigger. It's like a runaway train on a downhill slope right now. And the other guys are trying to throw twig.
Digging in now for San Diego, Norman Fay.
Norman Fay.
A swing and a high drive to right center field. Bishop going back, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall.
Relay, here we go, relay. Top 4, top 4.
Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And happy birthday as they allow him to cross with the inside the park home run as he catches his breath to reflect on his good fortune.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the Parker.
King Bishop will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Hit in the air down the right field line. Fay moves over. And he hauls it down in the corner. Into the box, Norman Fay.
Now batting, right fielder, Norman Fay.
High in the air out to center field. Bishop is under this one. And that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Score holds. It's 3-1. Stepping into the box, King Bishop. He flew out in his last at bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage of it.
You know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
The right fielder, number 5.
Stepping up now, Nick Williams. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's a look over to first, and he'll get back in safely. From the belt, the pitch.
Come on, you can beat it. You can beat it.
Can this be 2? The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning.
Up next for the Padres.
So that brings up the outfielder Austin Slater. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. And he'll put this one away without much trouble, and the Cubs are going to take a commanding 3-1 lead here in the series as this ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Cubbies take a 3-1 series lead and now look to clinch. Evan Rankin pitches well. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's on to Game 5 of the National League Championship Series between the Chicago Cubs and the San Diego Padres. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. What's your take as they try to win an NL championship here on the road, Mark?
Well, Matty, we know this is a pitcher's park. The numbers bear it out. Look for the managers to play a part in this one. Hopefully the guys listened in the hitters meeting. They're going to stay up the middle, big part of the yard. But when they get on, look for some wheels in motion, some execution, trying to manufacture some runs. I think that's how this...
Batting third, center fielder, King Bishop.
First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. Top of the first, just underway at Petco Park. And he lays off the breaking ball there as he moves ahead to 2-1. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment. Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the series, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise that it carried as far as it did. Standing in, Antonio Manuel. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Antonio Manuel.
The windup and the 0-1. Lifted in the air to center field. Bishop moves over. Makes the play, 1 away. So coming to the plate, King Bishop. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. First offering on its way. Lays off 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
The 1-0. Yanked fouled off to the right. Here's the 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 home. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up.
He's just having a hard time putting this guy away. 4 foul balls in this AB. I don't think this pitcher has got something that he can get a swing and a miss on.
High in the air out to center field. Margot's under it. And that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 2 and the Padres nothing. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Douglas Favre. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now the payoff pitch home. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Fontana onto the grass. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Christian Villanueva. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Christian Villanueva.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field. His first homer here in the series. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money. And there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason. And he did right there.
So striding forward now, King Bishop. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Ball 1.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
And he fouls this one off. Now a slider misses, and that pushes the count to 3-1.
3-1 count, tying run on the on-deck circle. You have to be very careful right here to make a quality pitch on 3-1.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. He gets under it and makes the catch in the deep part of the field. Into the box now, King Bishop. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Bishop.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a breaking ball stays outside. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
All even now, 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. Nick Williams would be next. 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Another payoff pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. This one pretty well in the bag. Home half.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. It feels good to dominate a game like that.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 6 of the National League Championship Series between the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. A chance now to give you a look at the Padres starting lineup. Coming to the plate now, Manuel Margot. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Manuel on at first, nobody out. High fly ball out to straightaway center.
Two.
Bishop will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. So in now for Chicago, King. Bishop, first cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pulled toward right center field. Calling for it, Fay. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Digging in to try it again, Antonio Manuel. He reached on a single in his first try.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Williams going back on the warning track. He makes the catch. That was a tough play, so let's take another look at it with Show18. Seemed to get a solid read off the bat, took a good angle at it, and he covered over 100 feet to make the grab. And I'm sure he'll be getting some high fives for that one. Striding in once again, King. Bishop, he flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one stayed up a little high. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very...
There's a swing and a high, deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that nearly would have got them on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
As a pitcher, you got to feel good that you had him out front. Even though he didn't pot commit on that one, it opens up a lot of weapons for you to go high fastball or throw even a better off-speed pitch.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here it comes. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Now the 3-2 pitch. Here's the 2-seam fastball that bears in a bit too tight. It's ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Runner goes for second. That's lifted the other way out to left. Cordoba will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2. On to first, and they get the double play. Digging in for his second at-bat, Tony Walters. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. And he takes something off here as this is a lazy fly ball out to center field. Bishop is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Down in order. Stepping in and ready for another shot, King. Bishop, as the switch hitter, will take his cuts left-handed here. First pitch on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
And it's fouled away. The 2-1.
Come on, D, come on.
Made to short. 6-4. three, and they turn the double play.
Not what you expect from your three-hole hitter when the first two guys get on.
Ready for another chance? Manuel Margot. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Hit high and deep to right center. Chasing after it is Williams. But it's the center fielder who gets there. And that's the second out of the inning. That was a tough play, so let's take another look at it with Show18. Seemed to get a solid read off the bat, took a good angle at it, and he covered over 100 feet to make the grab. And I'm sure he'll be getting some high fives for that one. Digging in once again, King Bishop. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, this ball is hammered out to deep center field. Into the bleachers and gone.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right. Well, they've taken care of business all season long, and tonight was no exception. They've proven to be the best team in the National League. Now it's time to see if they can become the best in the entire game. Celebrate tonight, and the World Series is next. Congrats to the NL champs.
Well, we've talked about his dominance all throughout the game, and he ended up finishing what he started. A complete game shutout. He's our top player of the game.
When you basically take a game into your own hands and give your opposition absolutely no chance, you deserve all the credit in the world. His guys had to score for him, but he essentially was a one-man show out there.
For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our excellent crew, this is Matt Vasgersian saying so long. You've been watching the National League Championship Series.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First, for the victorious Chicago Cubs.